Hello, welcome to Ravensmoor. Have you ever wondered how to make smudge sticks? Well, today I'll show you how. Hello, welcome to Ravensmoor. Today we're making smudge sticks. I've got my daughter helping me. We're going to try and make them so you don't set the house alight when you burn them. First of all, you need to get a collection of stuff. Do you want to stop for a second? Should we make another one in a minute? We've got the smudge stick here that I made, and we've got the smudge stick here that Emily made. Okay, what you want is you want lavender. Lavender is really good because not only does it smell really nice, but it also helps hold everything together. You need rosemary, all dried. All of this has to be dried because if you're trying to do it with damp bits of foliage, you're going to not light anything. You're just going to get like it's won't light properly. We've got rosemary. Rosemary is a really good one to go for because rosemary is pretty much like a go-to herb. If you want a herb and you haven't got a herb, go for rosemary. Yeah, but if you want a herb but you haven't got the herb you want, go for rosemary.
What if they don't have rosemary?
Well, it's a good go-to, so you should have rosemary.
But they can't go out and buy anything because it's quarantine.
Yes, I know, but lots of people have rosemary in the gardens. Even we've got some rosemary growing in our garden. We do. And we don't have a lot of stuff growing because it doesn't grow very well. Sage. A lot of people tell you to use white sage, but in this country we don't get white sage. White sage in England, yeah, in the UK, you can't get white sage. You can't even get white sage seeds. It just doesn't grow. It's not something that is native to the country.
Sorry. Focus a bit. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Okay.
Have you seen my smudge stick?
Yeah. Can I do them damp and let them dry out?
They don't tend to dry out very well, and sometimes they can go a bit mouldy.
Oh. Thought I'd ask.
Okay. Sage, white sage. Can you stop?
What?
Please.
You're not letting me do it, and I really want to do it.
Well, you can do it. You can do it. Do you want to talk? Should we talk about? Do you want to ask me some questions about the different herbs?
No.
White sage. We can't get white sage in this country. White sage doesn't grow in this country. If you're in a country where white sage doesn't grow, sage is perfectly acceptable. It's perfectly fine. You don't need a specific type of. I was trying for years to get white sage, and you cannot get white sage here at all. Not on the internet. Not at all the different garden centres. You can't get white sage anywhere. Rose petals are lovely to add to it. They smell really gorgeous, and rose is a good way of introducing goodness into your life and your area and where you are, as is lavender as well, and lavender is really good for. So I'm going to change the angle of the camera a little bit so you can see more of what we're actually doing, and we'll show you how to make smudge sticks. So I've put the camera angle down a little bit. I've mentioned you all the different things we've got. You can add stuff if you want to. I mean, I've got some stuff here like cinnamon, which is good to ask for prosperity to come into your life. If you've got a business or you want to start a business, perhaps put some of that into it on your business premises. Then we've just got some nice stuff. And you can just add anything to it. So what you do is you've got to make sure that you can actually keep it together. And it will actually hold together. And when you're burning it, you're not going to find you get bits falling off it all over the place. So a really good way to start is to get some, a few, because we haven't got lots, have we? Okay. Is to get sticks of lavender. because lavender is a really useful way of keeping it all together. So if we put some lavender in a row like this and try and put it all to about the same length, or you could do it like Millie's doing it. But this is probably the best way. Just get all your lavender together like this. Put it in a bit of a row like that. Can I have some lavender because you've got all the lavender there. I've got, oh, that's some rosemary there. Nice long piece of rosemary. You want like stalky plants with good stalks, nice strong stalks. And you want some rosemary. Rosemary's always good. It smells really nice. Yeah, we were all organised. And then we're going to put some sage, because sage is really, really good for purification. And that's, after all, what you're actually looking for. It's nice if you can buy your own, but if you can't buy your own, it's no big deal. People say you should always only use your own. Well, what if you can't grow your own, or you don't live in a place where it grows very easily? Shop bought is absolutely fine. I bought this from my local co-op and dried it. That's fine. And we'll put some rose petals in there as well, because rose petals are lovely. And they promote love. You're giving me a funny look.
The way you're doing that seems so much easier than I
Okay. Put the rose petals in. Love and harmony and peace. You can put anything in really, within reason. Try not to put damp stuff in. Like I was saying, it can get mildewy as well. I'm going to put a cinnamon stick in mine. Okay.
Can I have a cinnamon stick?
Yeah. Right, so now we've got this, and I'm going to get a few more stalky plants on top. Oh, I have got lots of lavender here, haven't I?
I told you.
I love lavender. Nice stalky lavender to help keep it together, because that's really important, is keeping it together, because when you're going around wafting your smudge stick about, you don't want it to start falling apart. I mean, you need to put something underneath it to stop it from going all over the place. Can you see how I'm doing this? Am I explaining this very well? You just really want to get lots of stalky plants around the outside of it to stop it from just disintegrating when you're using it, because think about how you will be using it. This smells so beautiful. Doesn't this smell nice in here?
Yeah. It just reminded me of those TV shows where they just try and sell you stuff.
Yes.
It smells so beautiful.
Well, it does smell beautiful, and I'm not trying to sell it. I'm trying to show people how to make it themselves. Now, this is where the interesting bit comes into it. You've got your string. Right. What I'm going to do first of all is I'm just going to tie it together in the middle, just to try and keep what I've made together. Oh, lovely. That's very pretty. I mean, you can put ribbons on them and all sorts of things. Perhaps you want to put a little bit more around it just to stop it falling, because you see when that, can I just show you?
I'm going to put more
Put
string
some
around
more
it.
string around it. You have to think when one bit burns, what's actually going to, you can't just have your string burning and then your whole thing falling apart and dropping to pieces all over your carpet, because then you'll get burnt carpet and fire hazard. I think it's a fire hazard.
Health and safety first.
Yeah. And if you were making, okay. If you were making these perhaps to sell, like on an Etsy store or something, you might want to use coloured twine, or you might want to use ribbon to to make it look really pretty, because some of them, I've seen some of them for sale and they look beautiful. But this is more of a practical one than a beauty one. They can be quite skinny or they can be quite fat. Right.
Mine's got some of my hair in it.
That's fine. Right, now I'm going to give it a bit, these three there of just holding it together. Now I'm going to try and go around it a bit more.
You were still.
I'm still attached. I'll be done soon. That bit is not working. I'm just now binding it tightly together so that when it starts burning, it won't fall apart and burn the left hand. Can you see what I'm doing? Is this quite clear? Hopefully it is. You see, I'm just binding it. Okay, now it's all bound. It's got in my ring. A bit of stuff's got in my ring. Okay, now tie it up. And there you have a smudge stick completed. How's yours doing?
Thank you.
Very pretty.
I need my box.
Just the best as you can, really. Do you want me to help? So they can look all sorts of different ways. There's this one. Probably be best to be trimmed, this one. Oops. This is quite a skinny one.
I do quite skinny.
There's that one. There's that one. That's really pretty. That's got lots of rose petals on. That looks lovely. It's beautiful. There's this one, which is the big fat one, which is the one I've just done to demonstrate how to make them. Probably a bit fatter than I'd normally have them. And there's one you did earlier, and that's beautiful as well. This is, can I use yours as an example? When you light your smudge stick, do remember that once your string has burned there, bits are going to fall off. And so you do need to remember that. So it's best to have something underneath it, like a plate or something underneath it. So when you smudge and bits drop off, you can catch them. That's really important. And depending on the size of your smudge stick and everything, then that kind of... And smudge sticks are nice because I like Palo Santo to burn, but you hate the smell. But you hate the smell of Palo Santo, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
So, yeah. So it's nice to have different options. Shall we both try lighting our smudge sticks now and we can see how well they work?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back with you in a moment. Lighter smudge sticks. Okay, I've got a huge smudge stick here. Whoa. See the need for the bowl or the waterproof plate. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now, As you move your smudge stick around and go through the house with your smudge stick, you need to go through the whole of the house and allow the smoke, and try not to set the fire alarm off, and you need to try and let the smoke permeate every corner of the room, of each room. But it's also the intention as well of what you're saying when you're burning the smudge stick. You need to have the intention that you're trying to banish evil, you're trying to get rid of evil, you're trying to banish negativity. So I go around saying, with this smoke, I'm banishing negativity, I'm banishing evil, sadness, unhappiness, hopelessness, anything negative, any negative feelings you're banishing. You're only allowing love, peace and light to come into the room. You can have a white candle. I've got a yellow candle because it's really good for teaching people things and for people to understand what you're doing, because this hasn't been the most organised of videos.
Mum's not going out then.
And so it helps people concentrate. Yellow helps to make people concentrate.
I'm looking at the cat.
White is very good because it's very good for purification. So after you've done, you can light a white candle, which is good for encouraging peace and harmony and love into the home. Also with the things we're burning the lavender and the rose petals, and the sage for cleansing, and the rosemary. They're all good things for banishing evil and asking positivity to come into the home. So you go all through the house, you try and make sure you've got a slightly opened window. Can you just open that window a crack? Because first of all, it is a bit smoky in here, and secondly, as well, it's nice to allow negativity to get out as well. Candles are good because they can help burn away negativity, and so it can be burnt away, but also it's good to allow it to root out of the house as well, to allow it to get out of the house. And so some people say you shouldn't have an open window. I know other people are in the impression that you should have an open window, and I always think it's good, it feels right to have an open window to allow the negativity to get out of the house. So you just go around then, you can waft it either with a fan or just by blowing it, or some feathers, whatever you want to do, and you can just go around and you smudge the whole house, clearing away the negativity, clearing away all the bad stuff and just encouraging positivity. If you find it's not going out very easily, just sort of like swat it a bit like that. Can you see? Swat it a bit like that, push it onto the, and just try and put it out like that, and then leave it there like that. So we've got quite a breeze coming in.
Okay. Do you want me to go out? That's really difficult to go out.
And if you've got crystals as well, you can put your crystals over the top of the smoke as well. You can cleanse your crystals like that. And also, it's been scientifically proven as well that smudging kills 98% of the bacteria in the room and in the house, which is nice to know. And it works just as well as something like your antiseptic spray.
Just mentioning the beer, or the squash, as you like to say.
Thank you for watching Emma Ravensmoor. I hope this was informative. As always, it's interesting when we have Emily with us. And thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.